All right, it is that time of year where we're just kind of getting over the holidays.
Right.
Maybe you're not as excited about what's to come in the future, or you're just not feeling the winter funk, kind of.
Absolutely,
the winter
and it
blues.
happens. I think there's a lot of uncertainty right
Right.
now with COVID, but our friend Booth Andrews giving us kind of a boost into the new year.
Well, we are just past the holidays, and many of us found joy in that season. But if you're experiencing some blues right now, it might be the post-holiday blues. And to help us out with that, to cope with those feelings and emotions, is founder and CEO of the Booth Andrews Company, Booth Andrews. Hey, Booth.
Hey, Justin, how are you?
Doing great. It's good to have you with us today to talk about this. So, post-holiday blues, kind of explain what someone might be feeling right now, or some warning signs that we might see in others that might be experiencing some post-holiday blues.
You know, post-holiday blues were around well before 2020 happened. But I think what we've have lived through and what we're continuing to live through is perhaps just perpetuating this sense of chronic exhaustion, malaise, fatigue. The world feels heavy right now. And frankly, this time of the year, the darkness of winter can add to those feelings of just hopelessness, overwhelm, and really not being able to sort out how to find the joy in the little things, or to see clear toward the fact that, you know, the sun is going to come out again.
You have some great advice on trying to cope with these feelings and emotions. And the first one is finding gratitude.
Absolutely. So gratitude practices are proven and scientifically proven to promote your health and well-being. It helps appease anxiety. So often when I lay down my head on the pillow at night, I start to think of all the things that didn't get done, or all the things I'm worried about. And when I start to list off the things that I'm grateful for, that calms your nervous system. So I recommend that people maybe either start or end their day thinking of 3 specific things they're grateful for. And it's wonderful to say I'm grateful for, you know, my family and health. It can be even more powerful if you say, I'm grateful for this fuzzy cat that is sitting in my lap, you know, right now. I'm grateful for the way my child's smile lights up a room. And getting even more specific can be even that much more powerful.
It is the small things that really matter, you say.
So we can really get caught in a trap of what didn't happen or what isn't happening the way that we thought it should. Instead of that, if we can let go of what should be, and I've heard it said, you know, don't should all over yourself. But if we can let go of what should be and really look for the beautiful moments that are.
Yeah, you said it's all about breathing in those small moments. And then your last bit of advice here is to be nice to yourself, basically.
Yes, there is a therapist and author by the name of Andi Colbert, and she has a quote that says, you know, if it feels hard, it's because it is hard. And it's okay for us to acknowledge that things are difficult, to acknowledge our grief while we look for things to be grateful for. Those things can actually coexist peaceably. I see a lot of people say, well, I shouldn't be sad, or I shouldn't be stressed, or I shouldn't be upset because I'm so blessed. Yes. That's wonderful. It's important to acknowledge that you're blessed. It's also important to give yourself permission to say, this is really hard. And when things feel hard, to practice self-compassion, to do things that are comforting, you know, grab a cup of hot tea, crawl up under a blanket, again, cuddle with pets or family members, and just be kind to yourself. That actually will restore your energy instead of wasting your energy beating yourself up for feeling bad, which just kind of keeps you stuck in a cycle.
Honestly, I feel better already just having talked to you. So we're running out of time, but Booth, I want you to tell people about your company, what you do, and how they can get in touch with you.
Sure. So I created a business focused on stress recovery and burnout prevention and burnout recovery because I crashed and burned myself about 5 years ago. You can find me at boothandrews.com and also on the Freedom from Empty podcast, which is available on Apple, Google, Spotify, all the places, Amazon Music, that you can find podcasts.
All right, Booth, I want to say thank you again for joining us today and for all these helpful tips for getting through what could be a hard time for people. And of course, we're going to get this information for you, including some contact information for Booth, over on our website, livingeasttennessee.com.
Great. Thank you so much, Justin.
Thank you, Booth.